What's up, everybody? Oh my God, 2 days in a row. This is the Lazy Farmer. My name is Kurt H. How you doing? And I'm back. Here we are again. Just like the thumbnail, I am actually going to be working the local number A768 out of Waycross, Georgia, Rice Yard. We're looking at it right now. It's a bird's eye view. I'm up here with the drone on a rainy, nasty day. Wow. All right, so let's figure this out. First of all, yesterday was a fiasco, guys. I got to tell you about that right now. That yeah, Windows did it again. Right in the middle, right at the end of the stream. I didn't come back. But all of a sudden, it's like my screen went blank. I couldn't tell if I was still broadcasting to you guys, but my whole system just shut down. So, what it was a Windows update. I run a Radeon video card. I did get another one. I was going to go NVIDIA, but I found a Radeon that supposedly benchmarked in the same price point, but benchmarked about 10% better than the NVIDIA card that I was looking at. So I stayed with Radeon, and I'm still thinking that might have been a mistake. But it is what it is, and that's what I'm going to run with, at least for a while. I don't know. I may just bite the bullet and delay the purchase of the rail driver and get an NVIDIA card. It's about the jaggies, guys. It's all about the jaggies, trying to get rid of them, especially on my end. On the videos, it doesn't look too bad, but they're still there. And I see them on other people's videos, so that tells me it's also in Run8. But then there are a couple of streamers that, man, they're everything that they do is crisp and sharp. So I've reached out to them, waiting for a response back just to see what it is, what kind of a system that they're running, and maybe I don't have to change the video card. It might be something else. But anyway, I digress. So, yeah, here's what happened. I mean, if you're not aware of it, there's been a lot of Windows updates lately, and there's a whole new version of Windows 11 coming out. And so all these updates were to prepare for Windows 11, and then a Windows 11 came out. I got that update. And then I guess yesterday there was some other updates that came out that was for the Windows 11, probably a patch stuff that they screwed up, knowing Microsoft. But anyway, right in the middle of it, like I said, everything just shut down. The screen went blank. I rebooted my system, and it really looked like my video card, my brand new video card, had gone out. That's not what happened. Microsoft, in their micro wisdom, decided that the drivers that came right from AMD, which owns Radeon, which is what I'm running, that their drivers decided, hey, they're not good enough. We're going to go with these Windows drivers instead. Well, not only did that happen, but when I tried to put the AMD drivers back, and I've got the box right here, so I know which card it is I have. I've got it written down right there. I got the box right there. Got it everywhere I can see. I don't throw things out until I absolutely have to. No, I'm not a hoarder. But anyway, I went and looked for that particular driver for that card that I put in, and Windows came back and said, I'm trying to install the wrong drivers. Basically, Windows was trying to say their drivers were better than the AMD drivers. No, they're not. My screen looks so much better now. It does. I mean, the jaggies are still there, but I think that's Run8. And that's my biggest pet peeve right now are the jaggies. But everything else, all my other games, everything else I do looks crisp, sharp, and clear. But eventually, I bit the bullet. I removed all the AMD software. I went back and I removed the Windows drivers, went down to a very basic VGA driver that comes with Windows. And then I was able to install the latest version of the Adrenaline software from AMD, and everything's been working fine and boots up. And then after I did all that, I had to come back and finish what I started yesterday because I didn't save. So I did that. So we're going to bop around here, Rice Yard a little bit. And so if we notice that the locomotives are right there, I finished the humping that one set of cars. All the locomotives from this side of the receiving yard have been brought over. They're all over here getting fueled up. And which that'll probably be my first thing is I want to pull those out, and then I need to stick them over here. We're not going to worry about running them through the wash rack. And this is car repair over here. I might, if we ever have any cars, that's an industry I think I need to set up because I don't think there's an industry there. Industry tags on. No industry tags there. Here's the industry for Waycross. That's Waycross receiving or recycling for all the used oil from the locomotives, and then fuel, and that's what this tag is, fuel. And so I'm trying to think about what I could do in here to facilitate, because I believe that that's car repair, but to facilitate something where we can bring cars in, or even, I mean, the industry tag doesn't allow for locomotives, but I'm going to try to see if I can find a way to fudge around that. But anyway, so I do have these 3 locomotives here to pull off, but I need to empty this. And in there, I think there are some SD40s or SD45s that are in there that I'm actually going to use for the local, which I have. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is, right here. This is the A768, which is the local out of Rice Yard that operates some, basically, obviously, some industries that are close by. So, and I believe, let's go pop down here. I think, actually, you know what? I printed the map out. Let me go look at the map. I think I need to exit out this way, taking the Thomasville, Maine. Where's my map? Get off my map. Alright, he didn't want anything to do with me. Now all of a sudden you show up. No, go away, cat. You bother me. Let me see. Yep, I thinking. Oh no, that's not. Maybe that's not doing it. No. This is at the other end of the receiving. Am I at the right end of the receiving yard? Thomasville, Maine goes out the other end. No, I think I am at the right end. Yeah, that's the receiving yard. Alright, so basically this is the Thomasville, Maine right here, this darker track right there. It goes along, bypassing the north forwarding yard, which is right here, and goes out past the receiving yard, and then heads out this way. And this is the way we need to go. We need to exit out that way, which means that I got to come down over here. And these set of tracks right here are the local tracks. And this is... So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get the locals to the industry today because I'm only going to do maybe an hour or two. But I am looking at basically pre-sorting this. And I'll use the locomotives and I will shove the cars in and into here, pre-sort, run around down at the end down there, and then if I have to double up, I'll double up, whatever I got to do. Grab them and then head on out and get on over to the, onto the Thomasville, Maine, and then head out and go look for the industries. But that may end up being a different stream because I need to cross over like right here and then come over and get up here and then head on out there. So, all right. Anyway, so first things first. Let's get our locomotives. Let's get these out of here. Let's get these out of here and into the holding area. And then try to find the locomotives that we need when we get on the ground. And once again, the truth is I make the mistakes so you don't have to. And I almost made a mistake right here. But if you get a chance, guys, and I'll do this again at the end, of course, if you like my videos, please subscribe, like, share them with other train enthusiasts. Let's get this community built for Run8. It is a phenomenal community. The Depot Plus server is great. The Medallo server is great. Anybody that's got a server out there and they're letting people actually on their servers to use. Hey, that's great. That's awesome. So, all right, let's go ahead and what did I see? I did. There's my friend SP Bob. How you doing? I was talking about you today at work, Bob. And your history of being able to see the cab forward in action, that would be really awesome to hear and see, of course. Yeah, my YouTube channel came to the notice of the principal of the school. Anything, and I'm like, yeah, these kids want to put folders up. No, I told them not to. You know, if you like what I do, tell your friends, but otherwise, please control. Okay, I'm looking here. What do we got? I don't need this one. SD78. I don't need that one. So we are going to fire this one up. We'll go circuit breakers and air brakes. So we're going to close that, and then we'll go ahead. Now this one, what do I need here? What do I have here? I'm thinking that's an SD. It is. But is it a 40 or a 45? Look at them outside. They didn't mark it. Or am I missing it? No, they didn't mark it. Then we got this one. There's an SD40-2. It used to be marked right here. Oh wait, it is marked. It's in black. That's an SD. Okay, so SD40-2, SD40-2. And what do we got over here? Another SD. Oh, here's an SD45-2. And SD40. So we're going to take a couple of these SD40s, I think we're going to do. Kind of reposition them around too. So I'll probably take one of these. And I will take this one and put them long hood to long hood. So we got some maneuvers to make. But the first thing we can do that is we need to get this one out of here. Alright, so we're going to let's back up a little bit. Where's my hood? There's my hood. Is green working for you guys? Oh, green is working. It looks okay for you guys. I really do. Alright, I like it. It's easy on my eyes. I like it better than red. But it always seems that no matter what I pick, it against the background. Yeah, it's not quite right. All right, let's see. We're going to just back up just a little bit. Oh, I forgot. Take the brake off. There we go. Get the tension off the coupler. All right. Let's see. We need to go. We're going to park this one over here. So, hoping, fingers crossed, goes better today with the stream. The only loose cannon, of course, they'll probably, you know, today's Thursday, see tomorrow's Friday, I'm working tomorrow, even though it is Veterans Day observed. But Veterans Day observed, and I'll be working both those days, so everybody else is getting a 3-day weekend. Me, I'm getting a 1-day weekend. So, well, it is what it is. If I didn't like what I do, I would really complain about it, but I kind of like what I do. Alright, let's bring this to a stop. I'm going to jump off here real quick. Let's be professional, railroaders. Alright, we're going to do that one. Alright, this one's good. These are good. These are all straight through. They're green, but I need to get past, I believe, this switch right here. Yep, I need to get past this switch right here by the tanks, and then we're going to head down. So, okay, well, I'll just hang out down here and wait for smiling whoever that is. Whoever that is that's in the conductor's seat. So, here we go. All right. Alright, let's get this down. I don't want to, oh, I gotta set my slow speed. Yeah, 11 miles an hour is not bad. I'll go with that. There we go. Speed limit in the yard is 15. Doesn't mean I have to always do 15, but I prefer 10. I just seem to, you know what, I seem to, when inside the yard and the small little controls and everything, it just seems to go a little bit better. I mean, it's railroading. Railroading's never fast. Who we got? We have, his name is Ace. Really? Ace Immelman? Sounds like a former pilot. Ace Immelman. Ooh, that was a little quick on the brake, but that's alright. Come on, Ace. Make this thing come back. It's all you. These developers have got a sense. Ace Immelman. Ha! That just cracks me up. Or good evening, depending on where you're at. This is, of course, Waycross, Georgia, Rice Yard. I'm on the southeast CSX line, which is, honestly, I am not familiar with it, so you're going to see me make a lot of mistakes as I get familiar with this map. I watch a lot of YouTube videos and I don't see a whole lot of, I do see some, I'm not saying they're not out there, but I do not see a whole lot of CSX videos, especially for Selkirk and Mohawk. That might be that may be on the docket here to try to work some of that northeast stuff for CSX. I heard somebody make a statement the other day also too, that after Southern California Run8 came out with, of course, that high rail simulations, which are the fine people that put out the southeast, northeast, and I think I'm not sure about Pennsylvania. Alright, it's going to a stop. We're going to stop right about here. That's good because this is starting to curve in here and I don't want to encroach upon that. You can kill the bell. Alright, we're going to go ahead, hit the parking brake, tire down, shutter down. This one's good. We're going to run in, grab the next ones. I pulled that one. I think I want these over here. I do. I want... Alright, we got 3 that are nose to end. And then this one up here is nose to nose. I actually need to reverse those. So I'm going to grab these 3, pull them out, do the same move. Then I'll grab that last one. Oh, I forgot to relinquish. I always must relinquish the last train. Stop that. Alright. I don't want to start all. I just want to start this one. There we go. I'm going to actually work with one engine, see if I can just pull these 3 instead of starting all 3. Close that one. We got some tension on the coupler. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull the brake off of this one. Grab the brake off of this one. Alright, what am I doing inside the engine? Okay. Whoa, slow down. Open. Alright, we're going to go into reverse. Come back here. Here we go. So I'll grab that one last, and I'll come around and I'll just grab the one at the end that I'm using right now. We'll tie all those together, and I'm just going to grab 2 locomotives to go do what I got to do, and we'll start working the local. And I got room to, now I got a clear area here to take some more, all these out, but I won't do that. I'm not going to do that today. That's why I put them in there, give them 24 hours. It's been about that. It's good enough. Alright, I'm going to go get to the front end of this thing, so I'm going to go ahead and bring this to a stop. Be professional. Don't jump off a moving train. Got 10 pounds on the brake cylinder. It's slowly bringing it to a stop. Down to a mile an hour under, and we are at a dead stop. Okay. So we're good. I'm going to get up here to the front. Oh, that was weird. I did shave and a haircut. 2 bits. So I got 1 locomotive I'm pulling. Then we'll pull that last one out, and we'll put it at the end. So I get 2 locomotives facing in different directions. That local, the A768. We're gonna do some flat switching. Bring it to a stop here. Let's be professional again. We're going to have to flip this switch because it's actually against us. So we'll run up. So we're going to run up here and flip this one. And while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to come down here. And these 3, I'm going to sit down and put them down here on this holding track. So I'm actually going to stick them onto, since these are all SD40s or 45s, I'm going to stick them on that track right there. Alright, we're going to come down here, we're just going to wait, let them pass. So what's everybody's plans for this particular weekend? And so if you're here in the United States, it is Veterans Day weekend, starting tomorrow. 3-day weekend. I think I like the official last day to barbecue, but the way we do things here in the States, we barbecue all year round. Kind of like, to me, it's like it's been 40 all day here in Cali. So I always mark it as like, to me it's like the end, I don't know. I shouldn't say like the end of summer. It's just sort of like absolutely it's the end of the warm time. Now we're getting into cold time, winter time. And I walked in, did a little shopping before I came home. Oh my goodness. I get it. Okay, it's November, okay? But oh my God, I mean, come on. Stop. I mean, at least wait until Thanksgiving to do the Christmas songs. I don't know. Just, I mean, it's not really like this store I go shopping at all the time. I mean, They haven't. It just seems like they need to do it. Wait until after Thanksgiving. So, but anyway, all right. So, like I said, we're gonna go ahead. Solved all my issues. So far, looking pretty good. Except for it's a cloudy, rainy day here in Waycross, Georgia. So if we were on a multiplayer server, what I'm doing right now would be conducted by one guy, and he would actually go, "Oh, you need a pair of locomotives for the A768. I'll give you some SD40s." So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, I flipped the wrong switch. It still works. I'll put them on this track. Stop now, stop now, stop now! You're gonna foul the switch. Ooh, I think I did. Let me take a look. Actually, that should be okay. It really doesn't start to turn and straighten out like right here, so I think that should be fine. Okay, let's tie her down here. This one is not running. So we're going to go ahead and put the brakes on that one. This one is not running. We'll put the brakes on that one. This one is the one that's running. We're going to leave that run, but we're still going to apply the brakes. And let's give a tag here of A768 because that's going to be the local for it. Alright. And then I'm going to go ahead and relinquish that one. And then let's go over here. We'll just leave that run. And we'll go get the other one and do the same thing. And this should put them both long hood to long hood, which is optimal. Yep. Alright. Start this one up. Auto circuit breaker, auto air brake. Give it a little bit of bell here. I'm not going to blow the horn inside the shed. I have some guys that would write their supervisor. He hurt my ears. Alright, so little control C. I'm playing keyboard. I don't have a rail driver yet. I do want to get one. It's low priority on my life list, but I do want to get one. So I'm playing keyboard, so go into slow speed mode. You'll notice the SS up here. So you go into under train, go down here to slow speed and set this to 0. Whatever your speed is, when you hit Control C, that sets your slow speed to that. You could also go down if you wanted to, and on the slow speed, you could set this to 2 miles an hour, 3 miles an hour. Works perfect, especially if you're going to really any faster than 3 miles an hour over the hump. I do try to do about 2.5. Seems to work just perfect when I do it manually, but I don't do that all that often. When I push cars over the hump, I AI it so I can go off and do something else. Anyway, that's what I did. That's why I just 8.1. I just hit Control C, and that locks that 8.1 in. It does not brake for you, so if you are going downhill, you will accelerate. So you definitely need to make sure that you're using your dynamic brakes or your independence or your I just drew a blank on it. Auto brake, yeah, automatics, or your independence. It was independence. I always had them backwards in my mind, and I was trying to spit it out. So use your train brakes, your independent brakes, your dynamic brakes, all of the above, whatever you gotta do. to control the speed of that multi-ton beast barreling down the hills, causing little kids to cry into their house, "Mommy, it scared me." Yeah, I'm in that kind of a mood. I'm in a mood today. So I've been picking on students all day. But you know what? They started it. I'll tell you, they actually came up and started picking on me, and I started picking back, and they're like, "No, not fair. You're not supposed to do that." What do you mean I'm not supposed to do that? You pick on me, I pick back. Alright. I can turn the bell off now. Actually, technically, because I'm going by these tankers here, in case anybody like tries to come between the tankers, I need to let them know. That's why we use the bell. Bell is a warning signal. Alright, I should be past that switch. Let's go ahead and hit the independent brake. Bring it to a stop. Oh, notch down. What was I doing at notch 2? Alright, jump down onto the ground. Let's go back and we're going to switch. And we're going to ride this end. Notch back down to 0. We're just going to go ahead and let her coast a little bit. In fact, I am going to take slow speed off. And then I'll put it back in. If we drop down to about, like I said, I like to couple under 5 miles an hour. I think optimal, it just looks better. And this is me being picky on me. You do what you do you. But I like to couple around anywhere between 2 to 3 miles an hour. It's a good, soft, safe couple. I've broken some couplers on road trains that I've pulled because when I was putting them together, I kind of slammed into them. It's like something like 10 miles an hour. Yeah. So, and I do think that I honestly believe that the game says, "Hey, you know what? You want to play like that, bub? I'm going to break a coupler on you just because you're slamming cars and locomotives around." So that's just me. That's just what I do. That's why right now, I'm just coasting and letting it die down. I'll get it down to about 3 miles an hour, and I'll go ahead and put slow speed on and notch it into 1. Right now we're at 4.2, so we're going to go back in nice and slow and easy. Slow and easy. White Snake song. Okay, that works. Yep, 80s hairband. White Snake. Ooh. See, I'm flickering. I'm hoping that's not like Windows messing with my video card. Or, because a nice big gray cloud there too. Maybe it's lightning. Ooh. Okay, we're at under 3 miles an hour. Perfect. Let's go ahead. Control C, put the slow speed back on again. I'm going to notch it back up. So it'll hold 2.9 until we make connection here. Now, railroad safety, I should not be riding the locomotive as we're making connection because it could be such a sudden stop that it could throw me to the ground. All right. Step on down. So next thing I want to do is I'm going to connect the Mu on this one, and we're going to connect the air hose as well. I'm going to partially open this one. We should be good. Yeah, we're good. I can fully open it. This one we're going to fully open. All right. So these two, and we're going to come down here to this end, and we're going to close that, and we're going to open the coupler. And we're also going to disconnect it. There we go. So what I did there manually, I'm going to hopefully works, because we got this one is running. It is the MU. Okay, it is not the lead unit. This is the lead unit. Okay, where it said, you know, set as leading, and now it says AI recrew. It is showing. No, it's not showing anything up here, but I can do auto MU as well too. But that just did the entire train. I don't want the entire train because they're still connected. Oh, good. It left it disconnected. Okay. Now I see it's connected. There we go. Let's disconnect that. All right, perfect. So we're going to pull away. Oh, notch down. Go idle. Forward. Lead unit based off the lead unit. I still have brakes on. I do have brakes on. There we go. And now we pulled away. All right. So that's essentially kind of sort of manual with the SD45s to click here to get them to start, and then we can go in and do the MU and the air hoses here manually and make sure all the angle cocks are open and closed and stuff. So we want to make sure that they're closed on both ends so we don't go into a PCS fault. So PCS, that takes about a minute and a half to reset it. It's not a big deal. It happens to the best of us. It happens to me more often than not. All right, I'm going to let these guys run here. I'm going to go throw the drone in the air. All right, so I need to go down here. And I'm actually going to go down, connect here, and I'm going to shove this cut back all the way down here into the local yard, and I'll just start flash switching from this end, and then when I'm done, since I've got to go out this way down the Thomasville main, I will go ahead and I will gather up all my ducklings right down here, and we'll get to work. So I'm going to go this way, out, go that way, out, go out, and then I have to go all the way to the end and then come back in. Okay, so that's a piece of cake. Back to the ground. Ah, I broke a leg. Alright, we can do E or you can do F11, whatever works for you, whatever you prefer. Alright, we are going to go ahead and take the brakes off. F5 to make sure that the parking brakes are off, which I already know they are, but I always do it anyway. Let's notch up at 1, and I'm going to take slow speed off and let her ramp up. 15 miles an hour inside the yard, I'll get about 10. There we go. 10 point, and now we're just heading on down. Right now we don't need industry tags on, or let's see, I want to turn that off. There we go. Turn off the industry tags. We don't need those yet. One of the bigger industries are going to be that this A768 will be Run8. That's going to be interesting. I was looking at the map on that one, and if you want to follow along and see where I'm going, where I intend to go, you can go to Depot Plus. I think I have the link in my description. Go to the Depot Plus and go down to Waycross. Look at the Waycross maps, and you can go, if you find the Thomasville main, follow it out east. It kind of lifts up and back around again. When it comes back, or a bunch of green lines like that, that's Run8. There's a lot of switching right there. So we're going to take a look and see, depending on how big that industry is. I've never been there before. Everywhere I'm going here on this map is brand new to me. So watching my monitor here, I just see a little jumping around. Let me take a look and see. Am I dropping any frames? No frames dropped. Everything's looking good. All right, only 1.2 CPU per. Oh, that's not even taxing my CPU. Okay. I should do this, but I'm not going to. But I just did it. Oh no. All right. And okay, good. We're lined up. This switch is lined correctly, so we don't need to stop. We're just going to keep pushing. We're going to keep pushing. So So yeah, most of these cars, like I said, RAY is the industry tag, I believe, off the top of my head. And I talked about it yesterday. And I looked it up yesterday. I was at work, starting my day. Well, actually, before I started my day, kicking back on a couch, my feet up on another chair, looking at my phone, decided to look up that particular industry just to see, one, does it still exist? If it still exists, what does it do? Well, you're going to see we got some acid cars for it. We got some box cars, so that's product going on the box cars when the door is open. It's an empty box car. We can also look at the cars too at the tags, and you can determine if they're empty or loaded by the color of the tag. If it's green, it's empty. If it's red, it's a little bit, and if it's orange or yellow, then it's a partial load. But this industry takes hoppers of wood pulp. And there's also a place for center beam flat cars that, hauling in like lumber, and it uses wood now this to produce a variety of different chemicals. Some of those chemicals go into cosmetics, and some of them go into more, what's the term, more toxic chemicals, all derived from wood. But the one that got me was that the company actually produces food products out of wood. I don't in my food products, unless they're making like wooden forks, spoons, and knives and stuff like that, then I'm okay. But if you're telling me it's something that I'm going to ingest, oh, CSX 6478 stopped on a red side. I know what I forgot to do. Then I set the AI to spawn a train, and this was a great idea. And I don't know why I never thought of it, but being a one-man operation, just you do the same thing. It seems to be kind of okay, and that is to set your set the spawn rate to, like, between 55 minutes and 60 minutes. And so inside that 5-minute window, you're going to get one train, and you can even set how many active trains do you want on the map, and you can, whatever train I'm in, okay, there's a potential of 19 others on the map. The idea there is just to not overload yourself. So, alright, there's a tower, south tower, east tower, whatever that tower is. And that's what I use to obviously pull. I pulled this entire string. That was one string. Oh, come to a stop. We got the switches against us. Like I said, we're going to be professional today. I'm going to minimize my mistakes. But if I make a mistake, it's because so you don't have to. Alright, we're going to flip that, so we're going back. We can leave this one because we can go down this route here. We don't need to cross over. We'll just tie into this one. Alright. So if that's the case, let me come on back. Woo, it's getting kind of gray. Are the lights on yet? Looks like the lights are coming on here. Kind of a gray cloud floating overhead. The rain has stopped though. Alright. Put on about 14 pounds on the brake cylinder. Alright, and now, hey, get back here. Actually, we're going to let this one go, and I'm going to... Who am I going to yell at? Me? Probably. Whoops. Nice and dark. All the lights are coming on. We're going to be getting a little bit of daylight into dusk here. It is 3:15 here in Cali. It is, as you can see the clock up there, 5:39. Well, why is it so? Oh, you know what? I need to do something here. Let's get the date and time set right. There we go. There we go. It is now nighttime. So we're going to do a little bit of nighttime operations here. But I have to admit, as far as the simulator is concerned, Waycross is one of the best lit yards. I think one of the worst lit yards would be West Colton. Barstow's not bad. Could be better. Not bad though. Ooh, I should have a pushing it. TMU train too long for available track. Extra cars ignored. Spawning K928 at Sanderson, Maine. Alright, we're going to go look up Sanderson, Maine. And I want to see what they're spawning and what its potential is. Because if you know me, if the cars say none, yeah, I'm not going to do it. Can't have it. Got to have something. The cars have to go somewhere. They just can't, like, float around. And I'm okay though if the train is coming on one part of the map and going off on another part of the map. I'm okay with that. That's life on the map. But if they're going to be coming, say, here into Waycross and everything's tagged none, yeah, no, I'm sorry. The only thing I really want to have come into Waycross are going to be like other cars. Maybe even if they're tagged for other cities, I can still build trains and hey, this is coming from somewhere else, and you got half the train going east or north. Slow down. Here we go. Alright. So we're going to hit the ground here. So the first thing I do, I got A768. That one. Oh, did I do them both? No, no, I didn't. Okay. A768. Tiger, what we got? So we have Ray T, Ray B, Ray B, Ray C, B, B, W, B. A lot of these are all going to one industry. That's that Raynard, whatever it's called. We've got some other ones, but yeah, this pretty much this entire car, this entire train is all going to one industry with a couple of other small stops. So you got GB, P, CCC, GPC. Okay, so we have our work cut out for us. It'll be quick, it'll be easy. But let's go back, and I'm going to go all the way down to the end. Oh, hang on. Now, something we could do, if I wanted to, I could do this. Manually connect. It's open. Leave that closed. And I can work this entire train from the end back up, making sure that the air hoses are connected. Or you could do train F7 cheat. The F7 cheat, I have only air hoses. Air and angle cocks are not affected, so I unchecked this. So just air hoses. So if I do F7, all the air hoses are connected. So what I want to do though, go 12. I want to go down here to the end and close that one off. And we're going to go back up to the front. Let's control F12. Go from one end to the other. I am going to go here. I'm going to partially open this, and we're going to let this air up. Let the whole cut of train. And while it's doing that, I want Shift F2. Okay, so that's the one that just came in. So spawn point Sanderson. We've got some save trains, domestic containers, intermodals, mixed freight, unit aggregate. Okay, so that's what they have tagged, and the sliders are set to very low. So let's go back and transport real quick and take a look and see what we got. Got darkness. Turn on my flashlight. Okay, okay, unit aggregate, that's what we got. And click on one. I can't do it. Let me see where it's going to go. I'll do it this way. Okay, none. That's a train I don't like. We're going to delete it. It's not acceptable to me. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll do a Shift F2 again. We're going to bring this up. We're going to go back in. Sanderson, Maine, unit aggregate. Okay. Train symbols. So no tags, no tags, no tags. So if we're doing aggregate, first thing. So I could do, you know what? For lack of a better thing, I could do this. We'll start with this one. This train is heading for Chicago. All those cars go to Chicago. This train, we're going to do BIR. It's all going to Birmingham. And this one is going to go, where can I send it that is kind of unique? You know what? From Florida, I wonder if I could do it. Actually, I'm going to tab out real quick. I need browser up. I'm going to look and see another city because I got to look. I'm looking at the Depot website right now. I know you guys aren't seeing what I'm doing, but I'm looking at the Depot website. Going to the reference, train. We're going to send that one to CIN, Cincinnati. Okay. So Shift F2 again. CIN. This one is all these cars are coming from Florida with aggregate heading for Chicago, Birmingham, Alabama. So at least now the cars have a place to go. At which point, I mean, hopefully they'll go off map. I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to let it go. At least they have a place. So I still have one rolling here, A715-23. It's coming through. Here it is. Okay, we're going to let that one keep going. All right. So back to, we're going to go back to Waycross. How do we get there? F3 to bring up a couple times to bring up this particular page, which has several areas. Hit tab to tab through each individual page. There it is. And I'm right here. So I'm going to go down to here. There we go. I had to hold my cursor and my tongue in the right position in order to hit the escape bar and get that transportation sound that brings me back down to here. And then with that, I'm going to go back into drone mode. Go find the train. I think I went the wrong way. I did. There it is. Alright, so I'm on this track here. This one's airing up. CFM 72. We're going to see how that goes. Alright, what we got going on here? Hang on a second. Works messaging. Okay. Ooh. Oh, geez. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm going to do a short stream today, guys, because I got to take my laptop computer and make sure it's fully updated because I'm taking that with me tomorrow to do the training that I need to do. All right, so I'm on the wrong track with these guys. I need to be over here. So in order to do that, I got to pull out and come down this track. All right. That's easy enough to do. I just got to pull down to here. Okay. So, oops. What is going on here? Okay. Oh, I forgot to set this. I did this manually, so I forgot to do this. Short hood lead. There we go. And we're going to do this one. This will be short hood trail. Okay. Isolation switch is set to run. Set to run. Okay, we're good. Alright. And so I got the headlights turned on because safety first. I don't know if you can see that back forth, the ditch lights. And they're in time with the bell too. So, pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Oops. Are we not fully aired up yet? You know what? After all that time, I thought we would be fully aired up. Okay, hang on. Get the notch off, and let me get out of the neutral. I'm going to go ahead and notch it up to notch 3. Get that air compressor working. In the meantime, I'm going to come down here. Yeah, I forgot to partially even fully open that, but I usually wait till it's below 70. .74. We're moving some air. Why are we moving air? That's closed. Oops. Open, open. These should all be open. Let's see. Showing everything open. Alright. We're about down below 70. Alright. Ow. Still not fully, but yeah, air's coming. It's working. So main reservoir, which is the main air tank on the locomotives, that one's still filling. Emergency reservoir is at 9. Brake pipe pressure, or 99. Sorry, at 90, and then brake pipe pressure is at 89, so obviously 90. And airflow is dropping as this is increasing. So should actually be good enough to move. Don't tell anybody. Alright, here we go. Oops. Come on. Helps if I take the parking brake off. Like I said, I make mistakes, so you don't have to. think I should be set. I'll keep an eye on the switches. I'm pretty sure I set the switches to through back the way they're supposed to be because the trim locomotives are on their little siding. Yeah, I saw something earlier, and that's why I double checked to see. I'm not showing any dropped packets, so I think it's actually OBS itself. For some reason, it's connecting and disconnecting and connecting and disconnecting. It did that yesterday. It's doing it again today. So I have a feeling that I'm going to need to kind of maybe uninstall it, reinstall it, and redo the connection to YouTube. It's either that or I try to just stream through YouTube. But I like OBS because there's stuff that I can do with it. And of course, my opening music. I like that opening music. Kind of reminds me of days of the way it starts out and stuff. It reminds you of the old dial-up days. Dial up, hear those weird tones and everything, and then it makes the connection. And then you hear, you have mail. Back when AOL was king. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do shift. I forgot to do that. I was going to go ahead. I'm going to do the countdown. Make sure I clear the switch. Thinking that these locals may just stay down at that particular industry. I'm not sure. Here's my trim locals. My trim wax trim. For that kind of bikini look, there's your wax trim. Alright, let's go ahead and I'm going to notch her on down. We're probably clear, but I'm going to make sure I get down to 0 on the distance. Then I'll run back and I'll bring it to a stop, and then we'll run back and check switches. So I'm thinking it's going to be a flat switching night. I don't think we're going to make it to the industry tonight. We got a lot to do. Oh, I forgot. I got to charge my camera up. I got to do a lot of things. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. I got to pull the card from that, Bob, and pull that and put some pictures up because I think I got a picture of that cab forward. All right, let's go ahead and I'm doing a 10-pound reduction on the train brake. There. Let's take a look. Did I? Yep. Oh yeah, I'm way. But that's okay. All right. So let's go ahead and turn these tags on. I think I got the tags already on. Let me go take a look at them. So yeah, they did. Okay, 768 GBP. Okay. That's our first one. We're going to cut that one out. Can't hear it. There we go. I originally thought that I had read that the A768, and this is a mistake. Well, there's an error, and I can't remember. I can't exactly point to it, but I know that I had read somewhere on the depot site that the local A768 was out of them, designed to do. I was going to take this train today to Moncrief and have them and then do the flat switching down there. But as I started diving into it this morning at work, once again having coffee, feet up on the chair, sitting on a couch, before I have to deal with any high school students. Oh, I should have already switched this one. I guess I didn't. But anyway, it's all right. Spring-loaded switch. I didn't change that. There we go. Okay, we're going the right way. So anyway, yeah, sitting on the couch, feet up, drinking a cup of coffee, and I noticed, like, wait a second, this is saying it's Rice Yard, not Moncrief. So and I went back and looked, and I'm like, okay, either they changed it, or I misread something somewhere, which is more than likely the possibility, because contrary to popular belief, I am not perfect. So anyway, and it was like, right, this one runs out of Rice Yard. And, oh, I know what it was. No, I remember now what it was as I'm talking about it. It did say Rice Yard, but it said A-line page 4. Well, I go to A-line page 4, that's Moncrief. So that's why I was thinking that this particular local runs out of Moncrief. So I'm like looking all around for all the industries that this particular local serves, and I'm not finding it anywhere in the A-line map. So I went back and I'm like, I just said, I wonder, and I went to Waycross, page 4, and there's the industries right there. So I'm like, oh, so that's where the mistake was on the depot side, was it says for the A768, it does run out of Rice Yard, but they referenced the A-line map as opposed to the Waycross map to go find the industries, how to get there. And that's why I looked at the map and I'm like, oh, I gotta take the Thomasville, Maine. And so it'll be an interesting run. Okay. I'm hoping I got on the right track. I think I did. If I got on the wrong track, guys, I'm just going to stop here. Because I'm starting to think about all the things that I need to do work-related. I'm going to jump off real quick. Oops. I think. Whoops. I did. I got on the wrong track. Alright. Let's stop this. I'm not too far into it. I needed to come. Well, actually, hang on. Yeah, there's no crossover. So I actually need to come down this one here, which means I have to go all the way up here. Oh, good God. Well, like I said, hey guys, I make the mistakes so you don't have to. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm watching my monitor here, and I can tell that OBS is disconnecting, connecting, disconnecting, connecting. It's still doing that. So this might be a perfect time to stop what I'm doing, with the intention of probably tomorrow night, maybe continuing what I'm doing, or if I get freed up tonight, I'll just do it and then have it ready for tomorrow. But the next thing I'm going to do is I do have to get the train onto this track, which means I got to come all the way down and then come all the way back this way. Now that I know that the A768 runs out of Rice Yard, which is where I'm looking at, in the future I'm going to come down, but I need the flat switch into here. These are the local tracks right here, so I kind of need the flat switch into here and then run around, bring the engines down here, come back, double up in just whatever order they happen to be in, and then head on out that way. So I will, at that point, I think I'm going to stop and I'm going to see what I can do about OBS connecting and disconnecting. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me, Bob. Appreciate you. Always appreciate the feedback. Always good to see you. Everybody else, once again, you know, tell your friends if you like trains, if you're a train nerd like I am. Oh my goodness, the if not the best. So please go ahead and subscribe. You know, subscribe, share, give me a thumbs up. Let's get these videos out there so we can get this Run8 community built up. It is a phenomenal simulator. Personally, I think it's the best out there. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Have a great evening.